Hello everyone and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing a reaction video today. If you see anything online from a brand, from a content creator, and you feel a little bit suspicious about it, maybe you think it just looks shit, maybe it's a waste of time, go ahead and message it to me on Instagram at RobertWLSH. You can tag me in the comments, but it's better if you message it to me. And then I can talk about it here on this channel. If you've never seen one of these videos before, why do we look at things that content creators make and think, is it just for entertainment purposes? Is it good advice? Is it bad advice? Well, because people take advice quite literally. My name's Robert Welsh, I'm a professional makeup artist. And it's my goal to kind of debunk these videos and actually tell you what is useful to you and what might just be a little bit of a waste of time for you. I'm just jumping in here to say thank you to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Dreame. You may have seen them a few times throughout my videos because I love a good beauty gadget and they have some of the best. But I'm talking about something a little bit different from them this time around. Now, I have used quite a few LED masks in my time, but every single one is different. But I have been testing this one recently, and I want to tell you why you might prefer this one over some others that are available on the market. So this is the Dreame Chroma mask. So what makes this LED mask stand out from everyone else? One thing you might notice is how kind of flexible this is. It is extremely comfortable to wear. A lot of LED masks can be quite rigid, quite heavy on the face, you know, they kind of sit on your nose here, but this one is soft silicone, so it's extremely comfortable to wear. You can tighten it up at the back here so it molds to your face shape a little bit more. And the mask being so flexible may sound like a small detail, but it means you can take it anywhere with you. This can fold up in your bag, meaning that you're sticking to that routine, because with LED masks, consistent use is key to seeing results. And with a mask like this, with that consistency, you can start to see incredible results after 28 days. I personally see them within 2-3 weeks, but after that 28-day mark, that is when you really start to see those results. And of course, those results depend on what mode you're using on a mask. This has 5 different modes. So you have the red light, which is anti-aging and skin repair mode. This is the one I love. This is my personal favorite and the one I use most of the time because I do like to focus on fine lines and overall skin texture, which is kind of what I want, especially when I'm wearing makeup and I want my skin to look better under makeup. It all starts with skincare, we know that, right? It all starts with the skincare. Your makeup can only really be as good as your skin underneath, so that's what I focus on, those fine lines and that texture. And also red LED is used a lot on other handheld skincare devices because it helps with better product absorption when it comes to your skincare, which leads to better skin, which leads to better makeup. You have the blue mode, which is more for acneic skin, so it targets that acne causing bacteria. You have green, which helps calm the skin and even out the skin tone and redness, and yellow, which is good for brightening and just an overall glow. And then you have a combined restore mode as well, which basically cycles through and targets different areas all at once. If you can't choose one, go for restore and do a bit of everything. And it only takes 10 minutes each time to use, so it's not taking up a huge chunk of your day. I do it when I'm editing videos in the morning, cleaning my brushes. There are many different times you can use this and it doesn't take up much time or space in your daily routine. What I also love about this mask, and you may have noticed it from me holding it up, there's no wires to this. You don't have to be plugged into the wall. You don't even have to be plugged into a remote control because there is a battery on the side just here that powers the whole thing. So you hold it down and you just tap the button on the side to cycle through all the different modes. You do also have a remote if you wanted to use a remote, and that also cycles through the different modes for you. And there's also a timer there, so you can change from 5 minutes to 15 minutes and 10 minutes. And you can turn up and down the level of brightness too. And don't worry if you run out of battery, 2 batteries come with this mask, and it actually shows you by these LED lights how much battery life you have left. And you just clip out the battery and easily place in your other one. How easy is that? And although I just cycled through every single option, it does have a memory function. So as soon as you turn it on, it remembers what you were on last time and takes it from there. So you don't have to cycle through every setting to get to your setting every time. Okay, so a bit of real talk. I've spoken about a lot of LED light masks in the past, and from feedback and from comments, I see that a lot of the issue for a lot of people is just the bulkiness. It's uncomfortable in the face. You can't really see through it. You can't go about your day. So when I saw the Dreame Chroma mask, I was like, well, that hits a lot of those points that people don't like, right? It's extremely lightweight. Even with the lights on, I cannot see the red LED light. I hope you can hear me because this whole area is free, so I really can read I can text, I can email, I can edit, I can do whatever I need to do. Let me take this off. Without seeing red vision, you know? And as I mentioned earlier, with LED masks, consistency is everything. So reach for the mask that you are actually going to use. So this is a really solid option for you if any of the things I've said have been an issue for you in the past. I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description box so you can go ahead and check it out. And you can use my discount code Robert10C, which of course is gonna give you an incredible discount. So check that out down below. Thank you again to Dreame for sponsoring today's video. Okay, let's get straight into it. That's what's your first video. Okay, so we have a chili and some lip gloss, and we're going into that chili and dipping it in the gloss, and it's meant to be spicy and make a lip plumper. Okay. This is, okay, I'll tell you why this is not a good idea. You might as well just go in and just rub the chili on your mouth if you're gonna do this, but don't. So I'm guessing they're trying to make their own plumping lip gloss here. The issue with this is the ingredients in plumping lip glosses are regulated, they are measured. It's almost like making a face mask or an exfoliant out of a tomato, right? If we use a liquid exfoliator, the amount of exfoliating ingredients in that product are balanced so they don't damage your skin, and it's a well thought out process and what's the word I'm looking for? Concoction, right? Because you go too far this way, go too far that way, everything is toxic if you take too much of it. Anything can hurt and damage if you use too much of it, right? So using an unregulated vegetable on your skin, on your face, on your lips is incredibly dangerous. You can have a reaction, it could sting, the skin on your lips can go crazy. Just do be careful with this DIY shit. There's no point in it. Ew, why would you do that? So it's just a dot. It just makes a dot. What's the point? So, okay, let me tell you why this is, okay. So obviously she could have just drawn that dot on herself, but let's go to the original one because she is squeezing a white head with a key, which, I mean, it's kind of gross anyway. You shouldn't really do that with a thing like that, and all the gunge comes out. But then you can see blood has come out too, right? There's a bit of blood down there. Why now are we going in with makeup? Directly on an open wound that's covered in pus, and we are putting makeup directly on top of it. I want to know who this original creator is because don't teach people to do this shit. What a load of you should not be putting makeup on open wounds, a blemish, a cut, anything like that. It is so much easier to cover something up like that with concealer than do a whole dot. Why? Oh, it's gelatin. It's gelatin. Why would anyone think that's good? Maybe like a pore strip? But you, okay.
That kind of hurt. Oh no. I think it's pulling every tiny hair.
I know everyone thinks that like pulling your skin like that in some way is like gonna take all the shit out your face. It won't, but also it's incredibly bad for your skin. Oh. Around the eyes too, are you crazy?
Sure, estheticians everywhere are cringing.
Anyone is cringing.
The girl that I saw do it, she was like feeling great.
Why would you, okay. Why would you put something down that peels off hair and skin over your eyebrows? Come on now.
It's gonna rip out my eyebrows.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
It's already ripping out my eyebrows.
Wet it.
This gelatin mask has been going around for, I mean, so many years.
I remember making nose pore strips out of gelatin, thinking it was a good idea. I think I got that from someone early on in the internet days when I was a teenager.
It does nothing for the skin. It doesn't help. It may seem like it's cleaning out the pores. It's not. But most importantly, it's pulling at your skin, which is not something you want to do. And by the way, it kind of hurts. So this is definitely a mask that you want to stay away from because not really any benefits, and you know, We need to treat our skin better.
It's so true. And you know what? Masks like this are stupid because, again, not regulated, right? You're just using a sachet of gelatin, which hasn't been tested on the skin. It hasn't been tested for skincare benefits. I wonder what the point was in that, actually thinking about it now. Why put gelatin over the whole of your face? I'm just trying to make sense of that. I don't think I can. Let me tell you why this is actually a pretty good idea. There's a few things I would change about it though. When you're penciling in your eyebrows or when you're drawing in your eyebrows with whatever product it is, powder, pencil, pen, it's great to create depth with the brow, right? I mean, I can't do it on mine because they're so thick and stuck to my head, I can only use one product. But a great way to create depth and make it look like a brow that isn't too solid is to add shadow to the base of the hairs. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I've drawn an eyebrow on my hand. So let's say this is your eyebrow, you have a few gaps in the brow and you want to fill it in, but you don't want to go heavy with a pencil, you don't want to go heavy with a pen, because otherwise it's going to start to look a little bit blocky. What you could do is take a smaller, like angle brush or something with a bit more detail. Take an eyeshadow or a brow powder that's similar to your brow color. It could even be a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, whatever you want to do. And as you comb backwards with that brow brush and the hairs lift, create more lines as you go. So you get a fuller looking brow. But if we're using a thicker brush like in that video, you are just going to get a solid color. By using a small detailed angle brush, this is my tiny angle from my Kitco, and still paying attention to the details through a brush hair, you still get that definition of your regular hairs with a base of shadow underneath. Does that make sense? I feel like that made no sense. You get a fuller defined brow without it looking blocky, is what I wanted to say. This says you always look tired, and she's pointing to areas of her face and then highlighting those areas with a lighter concealer, whatever. This is actually a really great technique. When you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm puffy and tired, but you kind of do this to your face and you kind of stretch it out, right? To give you like this, oh, I'm no longer puffy and tired, look. But what you're stretching out are those areas just kind of just highlighted. So we kind of get a bit puffy here, we kind of get a bit swollen, you know? So those areas being highlighted in the video are actually areas that are great to highlight to add brightness and a fullness back to the face that is an even fullness, not a plumpy fullness. Let me show you. Let me just hydrate my face a bit. And it's a kind of like trick off a light situation where, of course, the sun gets brighter, it's gonna like bounce off that light a little bit more. Yeah. So I'm going to use a Judy Doll liquid contour and eye brightening duo. This is going to be quite intense because I just wanted to show you it so it's obvious, because this is like a white. So obviously I can't do here because of my beard, but around here and under the eyes. And I would even add a tiny bit here. And this is where a lot of people just apply concealer, but we're talking about something that is quite a bit lighter than your skin tone. And we'll just tap that into place first. So we're not moving it around the face just yet. And we can just kind of blend it across with our finger, brighter and lifted, obviously, because we just put white down. Can you see what a difference those pinpoint areas of light make to the fullness of the face? That's a good tip. I like that a lot. This is a good product. Okay, that's all today. I thought I had one more. Let me know your opinions down below. Would you try any of these? Would you open a wound on your face and then shade it in and color it in? Let me know. Thank you so much for joining me. Subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.